Our top story, some students at the Savannah College of Art and Design say that they've had an especially difficult time finding somewhere to live for next year. WSAV's Christine Quayle spent the day talking with parents and students about what some are calling a housing crisis, and she joins us now.
Yes, Ben. Now, for those I spoke to, the issue boils down to lack of availability, undue stress, and a cycle of housing woes for those with limited financial means. Students have even created a social media campaign asking the university to address their concerns. SCAD says they're doing everything they can right now.
I would rather give up my life than for her to not be able to pursue her dream.
Brandy Patton is a single mom and a parent of a SCAD student. She says her daughter has been placed on the waiting list for on-campus housing, and not knowing whether she'll get housing at all has left her in an uncertain financial situation.
Can't even afford SCAD itself. I definitely can't afford an apartment that's $2,000 a month.
According to the university's website, it cost upwards of $50,000, close to $60,000 for tuition, on-campus housing, and a meal plan at SCAD for full-time students. To help with costs, many students are on scholarship, one they say they lose 30% of if they choose to live off campus.
So it's like this cycle that traps people from moving off that just can't. So in order to honestly just stay at the school, I have to do on-campus housing.
However, some believe they may not have another choice.
Originally, they knew their spot on the wait list. I think roughly it's 400 for some of them. Originally, you could know your spot on the wait list, but then they removed that, so now you don't know what your spot is on the wait list.
Of those off-campus options, many are uncertain they can find something within their price range.
We're looking for options, but of course it's hard to find something affordable, especially here in the nice parts of Savannah.
Some even considering more drastic options.
I have considered moving, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about having a mortgage here and then, rent down there. It would just be one.
Those I spoke with all shared one sentiment, pointing to an increasing number of admitted freshmen as a possible cause of the shortage.
So they're accepting just way too many students, and it's frustrating because they're not taking care of the students that they do have.
In a statement, SCAD told me, quote, SCAD leadership is working around the clock to address the individual needs and concerns of the students and parents. And the university's goal is to provide housing for all the students on the wait list. They also say students who chose to opt out of the housing wait list will receive a full refund for their $750 housing deposit. And now students who stay on the wait list for housing could very well move up and be offered housing by the time their new quarter starts in September. But until then, they'll either be left to wait it out or find other options. Christine Quayle, WSAV News 3, on your side.